these eastern ones. And it looks like we're going to go into the player profiles now. CyberCore versus PENTA here on the B stage. Let's see who we've got coming up first. And it is CyberCore. Okay, so take us through these ones, Legend.
All right, so we have Snail first up. Snail is their order. We have seen that he has not been the most consistent as far as getting kills, but he is the heart and soul of his team and the one that directs them.
Sure.
One, this guy is huge. This guy is the one, pardon the pun,
Yep.
once again, he is the one who sets up all the plays, and he's the one who will clean up after this guy goes in. Ali is the one that always leading the charge. He's the guy that balls to the walls, always looking for information.
Yep.
And Rudo, the star player of this team, his team will set him up almost every time on both sides to be
The guy getting all the kills. Yeah, yeah.
the guy.
And Turtle,
and
this
one,
guy.
he will be shattering Rudo the whole time.
Yep.
And he was an instrument in their success yesterday, a very big instrument, because he was shattering Rudo the whole time, because the other team knew if they shut down Rudo, they shut down CyberCore. Turtle was able to show his stuff and be like, no, I got your back, Rudo. You're good. We got you covered, and I'm here for you.
Yeah, and that was great to see, I think, you know, because he is such a young player. Seeing him step up to that level, really inspiring, and great to see that CyberCore aren't a one-trick pony with Rudo.
Yeah, we don't want to put too much emphasis on that they put everything in Rudo's basket, but they really do put him in the position to carry every single round. They're like, hey, we know you're our best player. We're going to put you in the third in line when we're doing breaches. We're going to put you in the position to clean up when we're defending a bomb site after we planted. You're the guy that's going to be making all the make or break plays for us. And Turtle's going to be the guy that's backing that up. He's going to be the guy, all right, if I die first, you can clean it up. But he's not been dying first. He's been, hey, no, I got it. Don't worry about it, Rudo. You didn't have to do anything. I'm good.
Yeah. So when you look at this lineup, so we've talked about Rudo, but you're right. Like these players, man for man, would you say they're probably stronger than PENTA?
Man for man?
Like individually?
Yeah.
All right, and we're going now into the PENTA Sports lineup. So take us through these ones, Legend, these players.
First up, we have FaZe. He is the order, and his weapon is normally the AK-47, but for the past 2 matches, he has been running the sniper on the vast majority of rounds, even more than Thunder. And then we have Lunas. This is the carry of the team. He is the heart and soul. The team goes where he goes. He is the one you need to get going for them to win. And Thunder, even though he's listed as a sniper, he's been half and half with FaZe. FaZe has had it more, and he's been coming up huge in 1v2 and 1v3 situations. Ragin, he's been floating around with the sniper. He's also been AKing. He's had some really rough rounds. He's not been keeping up with the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Whereas this guy, Flex, he has been absolutely instrumental in a lot of those 1v2 and 2v2 situations with Thunder. Those two are the ones that have been cleaning up the matches. Those two are the ones that are left alive at the end to really take it home for PENTA, and they barely lost to INTZ with those two coming up huge.
Yeah, that's great to see, and it's going to make this match very interesting when you consider the level that INTZ is playing at right now. We did get to watch a bit of that match between Modern and INTZ, and Modern weren't playing sloppy. I mean, they had some really strong, convincing rounds, and for a second there I thought, okay, INTZ, they're doing well, but there's no way they're going to be able to come back. So the fact that they did manage to close that match out speaks actually quite a lot about PENTA's ability.
Yeah, PENTA, they feel like they have to prove they're here for a reason. They feel like, hey, you know what, we made the 3rd, 4th place match last year. We got 4th place, but you know what, we were here. We showed up. And we're going to show up again. We snuck into this tournament on a technicality, but you know what? We deserve to be here just as much as the other teams. And look, they're in the quarterfinals. So
yeah, exactly.
This team is not an inexperienced team, and they know how to play. They know the meta. They know what they need to do to take it home. So this is CyberCore favored, but not by much.
Sure. Yeah, it's really going to be interesting to see what map we get into, how the bans and the pick went going into this this match. So here we have the map now, and it is going to be Port actually. Now, tell us about this, Legend. How is these teams going to square up on Port?
All right, so Port is one of the more global risk-sided maps that we have. The rotations that you can make between A and B are not only easy, there's long sight lines at the global risk spawn where they can respawn to each site with people floating in the middle. So look for Blacklist to do either B pushes as a 5-man group or A pushes as a 3-2 combination, or sometimes even 5-man 2 with 3 jumping out and 2 coming around the corner on that long hallway. Really, once the bomb goes down, there's so many places to take it back that it devolves into 3v2 and 3v3 and 2v2 situations almost always. Yeah. If both teams are playing up to snuff. You're going to see a lot of clutch situations come in on this map, but it is Global Rift favored, and expect the Global Rift side to do better. If they're not, that means that team is failing in their role currently of trying to win the match.
Definitely, and CyberCore, I don't know, have we seen them play this map?
I don't believe, yeah, we did see them versus Hidden. They pulled out
that's right, they played against Hidden.
And Hidden was pulling out some great rotations on Blacklist, and then when it went over to the other side, they didn't have an answer for CyberCore doing the same to them, or the brute force pushes that CyberCore was like, no, look, we're a better team. We're going to go to B. All 5 of us are going to come out, and you're going to lose because you're the inferior players to us. Yeah,
exactly. And we saw that quite convincingly. CyberCore just brute forcing onto Hidden on foot. They're out of that B shed, straight onto the side with 5 players, and their aim did all the talking for them. And it was really hard for Hidden to shut that down. So we might see that happen on this map with against Penta, and we do see it. It will be Penta starting out on that Blacklist side. So it will be very interesting to see how CyberCore handles this. Then they're going to need to shut down the aggression from Penta. Do you know much about how Penta play on this map?
Penta, I haven't seen them play on port, but they typically play a slower paced game. They don't play fast. They push it to where they have information on where players are. So you'll see peak shots and you'll see minor battles throughout the map. But once they feel like they have enough information, they'll choose where to go and make a strong push that way. So that's the way they kind of operate on most of the maps. I'm not sure how they'll do on port, but I expect to see it go the same way.
Yeah, it looks quite similar from what you're talking about. They're sitting quite far back and just slowly, methodically moving their way up. This seems to be the go-to strategy for most teams on this map. They just make as little noise as possible and try and get as much information as possible. Rain there, he doesn't realize that Turtle's right beneath him. He needs to be quite careful. Turtle managed to get away there after hurling a grenade. And we actually see Thunder take down Rudo with that sniper. That's a huge opening frag, taking now possibly the best player on CyberCore. Great start from Penta.
Absolutely, and we see Rudo losing these snipe battles quite often. We've been covering CyberCore,
that's true,
and he has not done good in any of their games with the sniper so far. We have not seen him step up. We've seen him step up with the rifle, but he has not been sniping up with the sniper, not at all. Yeah,
Rudo not really playing to his strengths, or maybe that's not a strength for him anymore. It's very strange to see, but good opening from Penta, and I like this. They're playing passive right until the last second, and now they're going here to the side here. It's all up to Turtle. Turtle takes down Flex, and he's managed to hold back the rest while his teammates come in for the rotations. He's going to take down another and lose as well before traded out by Rain. Snail answers back onto Rain. Now it's a 2-on-3 in Penta's favor. No, FaZe takes down 2 onto Snail and 1. Now it's a 2v1 in Penta's favor. Ali left alone with a lot to do. FaZe is going to run at him like a madman there. Ali does manage to take him down and leaves Thunder all alone. I think that might have been a misplay there from FaZe, getting a little too aggressive, get the blood rush to the head. But Thunder, is he going to get the bomb down? No,
he didn't get the bomb down.
He didn't get it down.
Interesting play by FaZe there. I don't know why he didn't try and get the bomb down. I guess he wondered that he was going to get pushed on and killed, but you should at least try and get the bomb down because you lose the round if not.
Yeah, great round from CyberCore, reading that situation quite well. I mean, I think FaZe, he probably gave that round away as we're going into the next one. And again, Penta just taking their time on this map to set up and prod towards B to get that information. You know, they got that opening pick from Thunder and onto Rudo, and I thought maybe that might be the round for them, but CyberCore closing it out. What do you think that's the main thing they did wrong, just that misplay by FaZe?
Not just the misplay by FaZe. It broke down into the 3v2 and then 2v2 situation that you see a lot on this map as Rudo gets picked by FaZe.
Great shot by FaZe there, and again, Rudo getting picked. I think he had the sniper there, but
no sniper that round.
No sniper,
unfortunately.
But still,
he's already got off it.
Yeah, he's already gone off it. So FaZe just ripping his face clean off, and now it looks like Penta are going to press their advantage towards this A site.
We saw Turtle come up huge last round. He was the reason they won that round, even though it was FaZe's mistake not to plant the bomb. Turtle getting those first 2 kills, he's really instrumental. He's back on A by himself now again because Rudo has gone down. It looks like they're going to do an A push once again.
Yeah.
And it's up to Turtle to stop this.
Yeah, he was really, it was, you're right. When that, because Rudo got picked early in the last round, those two kills that Turtle got when they were pushing up long A were absolutely very important. And we see one is playing quite close to him there, but it doesn't look like Penta are going to be heading that. Oh no, they are going to be heading that way through the drop zone. One takes down FaZe. So Penta it's been even back up now, 4-on-4 as Penta run in. Thunder gets taken down by 1 as well. That's the 2 kill for him for the round. As Penta move into the bomb site, it's now 3-on-4. One trying to fight with Rain. Rain is going to be baiting for Flex. Flex takes down 1. Rain takes down Turtle. Great teamwork there from Penta. And Snail needs to be careful here. He's got the sniper. He gets tagged up a lot by Flex. And before taken down by a grenade. And now it's a 3v1. Ali, there's no way he can do this. Flex takes him down. Huge round by Penta. Great teamwork there, trading back and forth.
Yeah, realistically, CyberCore could be up 2-0 right now, and they're looking like they have the better pushes. But I think it falls on Rudo getting picked off both rounds. He needs to not do that. He needs to step it up. He's back on the sniper this time, and he cannot go down by a pick.
Yeah, getting picked off so early gives Penta so much information because they know that the defense is going to be spread a little bit more thin, and it gives them more options to attack from. So CyberCore and Rudo especially needs to be a bit careful about that. If he's going to play that aggressive, maybe he needs to have someone backing him up. And now we see Penta, they're just setting up nice and slow again. And I kind of like this. I think it would be nice to see a bit of a change of pace. Maybe see them do a sort of slow, fast contact play onto B. And it looks like I'm a bit of a prophet as they're moving their way there now, clearing out into this shed and actually rotating off. They're thinking it's going to be A. No, Ali's rotating back in 1 as well. So they're getting some rifles over here, which might be a smart move. As we've seen how important those crossfires are on the B site.
Yeah, as we see CyberCore pushing over to B here, they've not made the rotation on Penta right now to stop this B push. They're really thinking they're going to go A again. They have 3 to A, and I feel CyberCore is going to get in here at the B, and this smoke should give it away, but here we have the push.
Yeah, and here they go. They're into the side, and no frags being traded just here. One takes down Loons, though, as I say it. Thunder takes down 1. Turtle back onto Thunder, FaZe onto Ali. And now it's a 3v3, but I don't think the bomb can go down. Turtle takes down Flex, and now it's you know, I think Penta are locked out of the side here. They can't even get in. FaZe does take down Turtle, so it's a 2v2, but then Snail trades him out. And now Rain's all alone in a 2v1. Rudo and Snail hunting for him. This is going to be really hard for Rain. They know where he is. He knows where both of these players are, but no. Snail takes him out, and that's a very clean round there from CyberCore, shutting down that push from Penta.
Yeah, and that's the slow rotations. They should have known with the smoke. They should have known where Penta was. It's questionable that they could have been faking it, sure, but yeah. CyberCore, you hadn't seen any action over to A. You had Snail so far forward for you had, I think it was Flex so far forward. No, it was Snail. You had Snail so far forward for CyberCore. Yeah. They had the information, and Penta, they just didn't get the good push in right there.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy from Penta maybe, and I like that CyberCore. They put Rudo onto the B side solo for a little while, and then they traded him out with 2 rifles. So if Penta had any sniff that that's what was going on, it would change completely. And now we see the push onto A here. Thunder takes down Snail. Great opening frag as Turtle rotates quickly onto the side. Great, very fast, but he gets dead by Thunder as well. And now it's a 5v3 in favor of Penta as they push up this long A onto the site. And the rotations are cut off by a smoke. They're bringing the C4 up. It's quite late, though. It's Rain very far away from his teammates. It's going to be very difficult for them to get this bomb down if the smoke clears. And we see Rudo pushing up. He misses the shot onto Flex, trying to fight. Flex takes down 1 and punishes Rudo. Rudo gets taken down by FaZe as well. So now it's a 5-on-1, and Ali goes down as well. A perfect round from Penta.
Yeah, Penta's looking really strong when they do this A push. That B push last round was sloppy. But realistically, it should be 3-1 Penta right now. Not realistically, but they had a good chance for it. FaZe had that 1-on-1 situation. Yeah. And their A pushes have paid off all 3 rounds they've gone to A. and they get it starts with the picks. They're getting picks on the guy who's watching the top balcony, and you see CyberCore answering with a lot of people just pushing down that hallway, and they're like, no, we're going to shut this down.
Yeah, very aggressive. We see Loons and Ali, Ali go down to Loons as one takes down FaZe, trades it back, and Loons does manage to take down one with that pistol. So it's a 4-on-3 now in favor of Penta. So CyberCore, an aggressive play, not really paying off for them. And the fighting's continuing still. They're not wanting to gain any ground, give any ground rather. Snail takes down Loons, and they fall off. Turtle's lucky to get away with his life.
Wow.
So low right now. Rain and Thunder as well took a lot of damage in that fight. So did Snail. Flex and Root are the only ones with full health. And we see Flex has actually made his the whole way back onto B with the bomb.
As the bomb's going down right now, we have no one rotating back to B, so this is going to need to be a push into B. B is the easier site to hold down if you are the Blacklist pushing in. So if you're going to plan at B, this is what you see more often from Blacklist is to put the bomb down B. And realistically, this is going to be a tough order. Everyone's hurt on both teams, though, so.
Yeah, this could go anyway. I mean, we're seeing now CyberCore pushing to the side, Turtle leading the charge, Rudo backing him up, and we see them getting stuck on each other a little bit. Snail does manage to take down Thunder, though, as Rudo pushes in, takes down Rain. Rain manages to trade it out. Now it's Flex. No, Snail trades him out. Great trades back and forth by CyberCore on that retake, but I don't think he's got the defuse. It's so low. Will it go off? Oh,
whoa.
That was so close.
So close.
Oh. I don't even know which way that round went. I think that went to CyberCore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 4-2 now in CyberCore's favor. That was ridiculously close. Last second defuse. Wow.
But
a lot
really
of these rounds going down to the wire.
Really great trades there.
Yeah.
Back and forth teamwork by both teams to get the kills traded back and forth. That was really good in and out teamwork by both teams, and unfortunately Penta just a little too slow there.
Yeah, and we actually see Snail playing quite aggressive. FaZe punishes that aggression and takes him down. Cut off from his teammates. They couldn't really support him there, and now Penta have the advantage. We might see this even up again, 3-3. CyberCore leading with the advantage now. We do see Thunder and Rudo are still on those snipers. It's going to be interesting to see exactly how they're playing it. Thunder's playing quite passive, just trying to pick through those middle doors. He does tag up one a little bit there, I think, but he does get away with his life. And we actually see Rudo get his first sniper kill of the map. Takes down Loons. Thunder back onto one, though, keeping it in Penta's favor. 4v3 now. And as we see it, Ali's actually pushed really far up. I don't think they're going to expect this. He's going to let them walk past. He gets the first kill, and then he gets the second as well. Onto Flex and Rain. Huge play. Thunder manages to trade him back, but a great effort there from Ali, taking down two players and communicating that information back to his team, keeping it even in a 2v2. Very
smart play by Ali there to let the second person come into the room. It's harder to clean them up. It took him a second to reacquire, but the Penta player didn't know where he was, and it was very smart by Ali. As you see this B push coming in, Rudo is going to be by himself on 2. He gets the snipe. It's Thunder all alone now. He's got 30 seconds. He's got plenty of time, but he's probably going to be falling back, at least waiting for Rudo to try and push him. But Rudo's not going to do that, and Turtle should be making the rotation over to help out.
Yeah, this is going to be tough for Thunder. I think he's trying to hide, hoping that Rudo will push him, and he does. Rudo does push him, and now there's a fight. Thunder's taking a lot of damage. Turtle's quite low, but no. Takes him out, and another 1v1 won by CyberCore. Huge round.
I feel like CyberCore is playing very risky right now. Snail getting picked off early in that round. They've been getting picked off. I feel like Penta is getting really great picks on CyberCore, but I feel like that's more on CyberCore's mistakes. This is not very intelligent play by them, but they're up 4-2, so
yeah, it seems to be the risk is paying off. Yeah. I mean, Rudo in that situation, it was a bit of a questionable push with the sniper going after that player from Penta, but hey, he's lucky that Turtle was there to get the trade. And now we just see another slow setup as the teams try to gather this information.
What you never want to do there is you never want to, in a 2v1 situation, you never want to push in one at a time, and that was very questionable, but I'm glad it worked out for them, and Turtle backing up Rudo to get that kill. As we see that they're pushing down middle right now, so this looks like they're going to rotate over to the 3-2 standard A push. 3 guys up top, 2 on the side. They're all going to rotate over at once, and A's been working for Penta. They shouldn't go away from it.
Yeah, absolutely. We did see them, you know, they won 2 rounds, but unfortunately Rudo's here with that sniper, so they need to be careful. I think they're actually sneaking underneath his crosshair, and we see Fire go back and forth. Flex takes down Snail as they're pushing onto the side. Now Rudo's got the pistol out because he's in trouble. Thunder takes him down with the pistol as well. The 2 snipers fighting it out with pistols. Thunder takes down Turtle, getting on top of the site, playing super aggressive there. And now One and Ali left in a retake, 2v5. Flex takes down One, FaZe takes down Ali. Huge round there by Penta.
Great teamwork by Penta once again today. This is the site that's harder to plan on and hold, but they're doing a wonderful job there, and their B pushes have been lackluster. So I want to see them go A until it doesn't work. You need to keep doing this. You're only down 1 on a side that is inferior.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, CyberCore haven't really had great answers for it. I mean, one of the rounds they did win was on A, but it was a 1v1, and it was so close. And maybe if FaZe didn't play super aggressive, it would have been a 2v1 in their favor, and they would have been fine. So, yeah, it looks like they are, you know, going for A again, and it looks like it's going to be another quick, fast exchange. Loons takes down Rudo. Thunder onto Turtle. All rifles from Penta's side, and FaZe onto Ali as well. And again, we see CyberCore just don't have an answer for this. All their A players and mid player goes down so quickly. One does manage to answer back onto FaZe, so it's a 4v2 in Penta's favor. But this is going to be quite hard for CyberCore to retake, I think. They just don't have the numbers, and they don't have the time either. The bomb's ticking away. Snail does take down Rain. All the Penta side are quite low, so that does help. Loons takes down Snail. One takes down Flex, and now it's One left alone. In a 1v2, I don't think he knows. Yeah, he does know. He does manage to take down Loons, but Thunder cleans it up. Great teamwork from Penta, getting that trade. And that's another round from Penta, evening it up, I think, 4-4.
Yeah, really close. That was a great round by Penta, and it's the A push again.
Yeah.
5 rounds it's been successful for them. 1 they kind of gave away, like you were talking about, but really they haven't been answered at A, and I fully expect them to go there again. There's no reason they shouldn't. They have not been answered there. They've been answered when they go B or try and go middle. Go to A. It has worked every single time.
Yeah, and you see, it looks like they are just setting up with passive play. They're expecting some aggression out of CyberCore once again. Just standard, but they are heading towards A again, and I think this is the right call. I mean, it's the last round of the half. You don't have any more rounds to play with. You might as well just go to your bread and butter. We do see they are playing quite passive. It might be a bit of a fake, actually. They've got the bomb all the way towards B, trying to get some aggression, and we do see actually CyberCore is set up quite aggressively with this crossfire with Rudo and Turtle on the A side. So it's going to be very difficult for them to get in here, Penta. They do throw some nades out, and Turtle goes down. If they manage to get this kill on Rudo, yeah, he takes out FaZe, but gets traded out by Loons, and now it's a 4v3 in Penta's favor. We do see One jumping up onto the site, trying to hold it for his team, keep his team in this round. Snail does take down Loons, and Ali takes down Thunder. Now it's a 2v3 in CyberCore's favor. Rain takes down Ali. Flex tries to go up that ladder, but no, he can't get it, and One manages to take it down. So it's 5-4 at the half in CyberCore's favor. They finally hold that A attack from Penta.
Still not a great hold, but it was a little bit sloppy, but their rotations were a lot earlier. They held the top platform after their first 2 frontliners fell in Rudo and Turtle, and really they made the correct rotations there. They knew what they were going to do early, and they needed to do that a little bit earlier. You did not want to be going down. You do not, even though they're up 5-4, you do not want to be going into the other side with that close of a match. You want it to be 6-3 or 7-2 in your favor as Global Risk. So that this is a very up in the air match, and it's looking. I don't want to say it's totally in Penta's favor, but it's pretty close. It's about 55-45 right now.
Yeah, we've seen that Penta here, they do actually seem to have. Looks like there might be a bit of an issue here, as all the Penta players are just sitting AFK in spawn, maybe. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Penta's global risk side is, if their global risk side is as good or better than CyberCore. Because CyberCore, it did seem quite sloppy. The only round that they did shut down that A aggression was when they had 3 players stacked on it from the very beginning of the round, and then they got the information quite early that that's the way Penta was coming, and then Penta's attack onto A wasn't quite as aggressive and quite as coordinated as it was in the rounds that they wanted. You know what I mean?
Now, to be fair, CyberCore yesterday did go down 6-3 to Hidden.
Yeah.
And that was when they were on Global Risk.
Yeah.
So those Hidden rotations were playing mind games with them. And CyberCore, maybe CyberCore's Global Risk on this map is just poor. But I don't know if their brute force B pushes that brought them into that match are going to work here. Penta's a much more skillful team than Hidden is on a player-by-player basis. And I don't know if they're going to be able to brute force B and bring this match close again. I really don't. I don't expect them to be able to 5-man push in and win every gunfight against the team that's coordinated.
Yeah, it's really going to be on Penta here to hold down, because that's all that we've seen from CyberCore, really pushing together and relying on that individual play that they have. Maybe they've got something else up their sleeves that we haven't seen yet, that they've been saving, and it's now or never to use it, really. If they lose here, they're going out. So hopefully we do get to see something new from CyberCore, but I imagine Penta's probably watched their last games and they're ready for it.
No, it's true by that brute force that CyberCore could have been hiding something from Hidden.
Yeah.
And
as funny as that sounds, yeah.
Yeah, as funny as that sounds, but again, maybe it was just like, hey, you know what, guys, we're down, but we're better than this team. Let's just go force really close gunfights, and we're going to take them out that way. Well, and it's really questionable if that's going to work versus a good team like Penta. It could. It really could.
Absolutely. I mean, in CyberCore's defense, they found out what they had to do against Hidden, and once it started working, it never stopped. Like, they just came back, and you could tell that Hidden didn't really have an answer for that aggression from CyberCore. So maybe it was just a matter of the fact they haven't had to show anything yet. No teams really forced them to show anything that anything new or anything different other than just brute force.
Exactly, and I feel like maybe this is not CyberCore's best map, because they should be winning better on Global Risk. They shouldn't have gone down 6-3 to Hidden. They shouldn't be up 5-4 right now against Penta. They should be up 6-3. They should have been up 6-3 against a Hidden. It's not, their Global Risk on this map is not up to snuff.
Yeah.
And I'm really worried if they have to play forward if they go further in this tournament. But I'm also concerned now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, to look at it another way, you could say they don't deserve to be up 5-4. I mean, because their play was so sloppy. There were so many 1v1s that came down to the absolute wire. I mean, and just small mistakes from Penta that they managed to capitalize on. So maybe it could have been even worse than this. So maybe being up 5-4 is sort of a blessing.
And we need to see. I keep saying it, but where's Rudo? Where is he? He's not showed up. He had one snipe.
I don't know, man. We've seen him really struggle this whole tournament so far. So I don't know if he's like playing left-handed or he's got his screen turned off just to make it a bit more interesting for himself. But he definitely, I feel like they're going to need to rely on him here at some point if Penta can, because we know Penta's probably a bit more individually skilled than him. So if Rudo doesn't step up, what else do they have? That's what we need to find out, I guess. Yeah,
and CyberCore is the individually more talented team. They are, across the board, a better team than Penta when it comes to individual skill. Now, that doesn't mean much when your team is working together and it's coordination versus coordination, and they've showed that they're inferior, even though they're up 5-4 currently in that. And we're really going to have to see Rudo do something with the sniper. He had that monstrous rifle game, their first game of the tournament, where he said, okay, my sniper's terrible. I've been shot 3 times with it. You know what? I'm going to bust out my assault rifle now, and I'm going to start taking people down.
Yeah.
But he hasn't done that in the last 2 matches. He didn't do that versus Hidden. He hasn't done that versus Penta. And he really needs to step up and help his team. It's been the Turtle on Once show with Snail and Ali doing their part.
Yeah. We did see like some really smart, consistent play from Snail, just trading out his teammates, and Ali with that sneaky push up B and managed to take down 2 players to even it back up, keep his team in that round. So yeah, these players, they seem to have the potential to have small plays, but they can't do the big plays that Rudo can. And that's why Rudo needs to step up, because they do rely on him to do that a little bit. And it's like you said, it's probably important to note actually, Rudo, when he got those 2 4Ks back-to-back, when Rudo had those 2 4Ks back-to-back, it was all on the blacklist side, So maybe now that they're on the blacklist side, we're going to see Rudo explode. That would be great to see. looks like we are having some sort of technical issue, difficulty at the moment, so we're just sorting that out. But yeah, interesting map so far, and nice and close, keeping it, you know, interesting for the viewers.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had super close games today. There's been no blowouts. This has been a great day for CrossFIRE games, and every game I've cast and every game I've been watching has been super exciting. Yeah, and it just shows the parity of the teams at this tournament. Any team can win at any time, and you can't take anything for granted. You need to play consistent each round and bring your best game, or you're gonna go home.
Yeah. Well, that's it. And, I mean, it's quite a brutal format when you think about it. I mean, the fact that the quarterfinals are best of one and all the group matches are best of one, if you make mistakes or if there's one map that you're not super great on, it's going to come back and bite you. And like, I sort of hope CyberCore is saving something, but at the same time, I'm skeptical that they have saved something. I mean, they haven't really struggled up until this point. Hidden did give them a bit of a run for their money. So maybe we're going to see something else from CyberCore, but I'm a bit skeptical. I feel like that's all that they have in their bag of tricks.
Oh, absolutely. To go down 6-3 to Hidden yesterday on port when you're on the Global Risk side, it's a bit scary, but CyberCore did come out on top of it in really convincing fashion. So, of course, you can say, yeah, you're down 6-3 on the side, you should be up 6-3 on, but then when you win the other side so convincingly, it's tough to say that, okay, they were really off of the game, you know. It's like, no, they just were having a slow start, and then they showed why they were the much better team.
Sure. Yeah,
but
okay.
Can they do that again today?
Yeah.
Are they the much better team?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, PENTA, we sort of feel that they might be a better team than Hidden. So it's a bit interesting. So there was a bit of an issue, a server bug, it sounds like. So they're just deciding, working that out for us. CyberCore and PENTA, this match, it has impressed me. You know, some of these players have really stood out. FaZe especially, I mean, he had some really big rounds, some really great entries, and you don't really see that from the order player of the team.
Yeah, he's been all over the map with his style of play lately. Like, you know, you think of the order of most teams. You think of the guy that sits back or the guy that plays off away from his team and tries to get information like AFC from INTZ. Or you see a guy that will really be like in the middle of the pack and orchestrating what's happening. This guy's like, no, I'm going to be a sniper. I'm going to be an attacker. I'm going to be the order. I'm going to be a backup. He's like, no, I can do it all. And I am going to do it all. And because I'm the order, I can decide what I'm doing each round and what everyone else is doing around me. So this guy is really the leader of the team. He's the reason they're here, and he's going to be very important on how they're going to go forward. I'm sure he's the one that called out all of those 8 pushes because he was the one leading the way on each one of those, and he was calling out the players, and he got important picks on Rudo twice.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he was quite instrumental in their attack. And, you know, but at the same time, he did make some misplays. So maybe the fact that he does seem to want to be the star player a little bit, that maybe takes away from his reads or his calls. Because he did call them to go to B all those times where it just absolutely got shut down. I mean, there were some close rounds on B, so maybe you can't blame him. But, you know, and obviously sometimes you do have to switch it up. You can't just keep going to the same side over and over and over again. But I feel like maybe he tried to switch it up a little too much, and that was the issue. You know, they had such success on A, and then they're like, okay, let's go to B. And, you know, it was a bit of maybe a knee-jerk reaction. He didn't really think it through maybe in that call.
It's especially true of the 4v2 round. Now, a big part of that was because of Ali went into a great position, going all the way forward and waiting for 2 to come in. Yeah. And thankfully, he was cleaned up before he got more, but that was a huge shift. Yeah. That was one of the times they lost going to B. And I feel like if they would have just kept pushing to A, they would have been fine because, you know, it's 4v2 at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
And they really shot themselves in the foot on that round. And then also the round he didn't put the bomb down. He had plenty of time. He had about 14 seconds left up on the platform. He was worried he was going to get pushed. And I guess he was going for like that, hey, that guy's going to come up and look for me, and I'm just going to take him out because I'm not planting the bomb. But it didn't work out. So
a bit of a risk there.
It plays into your hypothesis that he's trying to be the star player and trying to be the ultimate carry. And maybe that's putting his team in the hole when they should be on top right now.
Yeah, a little bit of a shame. So we're still waiting for these technical difficulties to get sorted out. I gotta say, we didn't see FaZe on the sniper that much, but we did see Thunder, and he was getting some good picks.
Yeah, he definitely had some good picks. Not only did he pick Rudo for one of the other times, which has been a storyline for this match so far.
Yeah.
And Rudo goes down first. It was 3 of the rounds that they won. He got A control on many of those pushes with his snipe play. Like, he was like, okay, I've picked off 1 guy, I've picked off 2 guys. Now I'm cutting off the guys coming in for support. And he's been stepping up huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was the one we were looking for to carry this match, and he's done it so far.
Yeah, a really strong player. That's definitely sure. So yeah, Loons. You mentioned Lunes as well as one of the players to watch. He felt a bit missing in that map.
Yeah, definitely. He's been typically the main carry of this team. And maybe that has to do with the way FaZe has been playing. Maybe his confidence has overshadowed Lunas, and Lunas hasn't been able to do his thing because of what FaZe has been calling. That's quite a possibility. And as they're deciding if they're going to play the last round over again, we're waiting for that decision. Not the whole map, but just the final round. So it'll be 4-4 if they do replay it. Otherwise, we're going into the second half 5-4.
Yeah.
Lunas needs to show up. Yeah, he needs to show up. He was consistent. He had I think 4 or 5 kills. Can't quite remember correctly, but he never stood out. It was never like, oh my God, Lunas with the clutch. No, it was like, Lunas in the middle of the round got a kill. And
yeah. It was just some solid fragging, but it wasn't that star that we sort of expect.
Yep.
So yeah, as Legend said, was just waiting for this decision to come through about this replay, if it's going to happen or not, and then we'll be back into the game hopefully sooner rather than later. So. What more can we say about CyberCore and PENTA on this map?
Definitely look for one to continue. He definitely had those kills, whereas Lunas didn't participate in those clutch situations. One did.
Yeah,
he saved a lot of those 3v2 situations where they were down. They were the 2, and the other team was the 3. He would pick up 2 kills, and then he would die, and then it would be a 1v1, which is team 1 twice. So one is definitely stepping up. Ollie, besides that sneaky 2-kill play, didn't really do so hot.
Yeah, but we do see. I feel like we watched all the CyberCore's matches yesterday in the group stage, and I feel like he's a bit better on the aggressive side.
Yeah, that's quite true. He likes to play aggressive, and when his team's playing on global risk, he doesn't put them in a disadvantaged position by pushing up and getting himself picked off.
Yeah,
but that also puts him in. Maybe out of his comfort zone.
Yeah.
So he doesn't always show up on global risk, but expect to see big things from him when they're on blacklist.
Yeah. We did say that PENTA do probably have the better individually skilled team in comparison to Hidden.
Yeah. They're better individually than PENTA or than Hidden for sure.
Yeah. So so we think it might be a bit more difficult for CyberCore, but I feel like CyberCore maybe man for man still have the ability to get into the bomb sites on the blacklist side.
Yeah, I don't expect to see them to be shut down at all.
It's going to be close.
It's going to be close. They're going to be close rounds. And when it's close rounds, individual skilled players typically tend to come out on top. So you could still see CyberCore be like, we're the better team. We're the better players.
Yeah.
We're just going to fight you in gunfights and win.
Yeah, and I think that's sort of speaks to their experience as well, We did see PENTA. It looks like they came 4th last year.
Yep.
Which is a fair effort, of course. But CyberCore, of course, came 2nd last year, so that speaks a lot to them, their experience.
And the way that worked out was Pacific Mokta, the 3rd team, had lost to CyberCore, I believe, and really with CyberCore. They got shut down in the finals pretty hard. A lot of the people were like, oh, this team isn't really the 2nd best team there. But you can't detract from that at a tournament. Everyone comes to play. And as we just saw with INTZ taking down Modern, any team can beat any team. So CyberCore earned their 2nd place finish last year. And they are a very good team. I expect them to be in the top 4. So I would be surprised to see PENTA beat CyberCore. But I wouldn't say it's completely out of the realm.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I mean, what we've seen so far, PENTA do have these players that can step up at the right moments. So, yeah, definitely not impossible. it's going to be very interesting to see how they play on the not blacklist, the global risk side.
Yeah.
From what I understand, you know, I think it was, I think we were talking to the Brazilian casters earlier, and they mentioned Thunder. He's probably most likely going to be AWPing from the A site, using that sniper rifle down that long corridor, and you know, and just jumping around like a madman. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be interesting, definitely. It's also going to be interesting to see if Rudo's going to pick up the sniper to challenge him.
Yeah. Honestly, the last time we saw Rudo challenge anyone with the sniper, he lost. Every single time this tournament.
Yeah, exactly. So
and again, today, he's losing with the sniper. And this is from a guy who's supposedly one of the top 3 snipers in this tournament. So,
yeah,
you know, this is very interesting. He's not only their star player, but he's supposedly one of the top snipers in the world.
Yeah.
And he's been shut down by every sniper, including even ones from lesser-known teams like Japan.
Yeah, we saw Reeve take him down from Insanes and like a few times, and then he was like, all right, forget it, and he put it down. And that is a bit concerning, you know, when you don't have your dedicated sniper out-sniping teams that came in as like the lowest seeded team. It's really concerning. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can bounce back from that, or if he maybe you won't see him use the sniper at all in the second half. He'll just pick up that rifle from the get-go.
I'd be shocked to see that, but hopefully he does bust out the sniper and come back. I vote for this guy. Like I loved the way he was tearing people apart last year. I want to see that again. I miss the old Rudo. I wish he would really come back into that form of, I am just the god sniper and I'm going to wreck everyone's face. And I wouldn't be surprised to see 2 snipers on PENTA.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, we could probably see FaZe pick that up, and Thunder as well.
All right, so the result is that it is 5-4. They will go into the second side. They will not replay the last round. So we will be hopping on board with CyberCore on the blacklist and PENTA on global risk. And I am expecting to see maybe not a fast push. The CyberCore will probably feel out PENTA the first round. We see a lot of teams do that on port, especially. Yeah. You don't see fast pushes hardly ever on port.
Yeah, you can't exactly know how the global risk players are setting up in their first round, so it's good to try and work it out and bank on them doing it the next round and then playing off of that. Yep. Which we do see, you know, making those mid-round calls are just so important for the order player, you know, in Snail on CyberCore. It's going to be really up to him to make those right reads, because we haven't really seen from CyberCore the best decision-making. It's more just about that individual skill, and it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really seem to matter where they go. They're just so good at getting those kills on the entry.
Yeah, they are a great entry team. I really hope to see them do those B pushes and find out, are we the better team again?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what they're going to do, to see
most likely,
if that works out. Like they feel like I think they're a more comfortable B pushing team anyway.
Yeah.
I don't see them going A as much. Their A pushes were very lackluster against Hidden. And I don't see that being more effective against PENTA either. So hopefully we're hopping back into the match here soon.
Yeah, and yeah, looks like we are into the match.
The profit.
So, yeah, so we do see the score has remained the same. CyberCore up 5-4 against PENTA. PENTA now on that global risk side. We do see CyberCore on the blacklist side. Let's get into this. I'm hyped, and we do see CyberCore is moving towards the B side. And they're setting up with a few grenades, and it looks like we're going to see that push, and straight in they go.
Wow.
It's taking those fights straight away, wasting no time at all. And PENTA have absolutely give this up, but FaZe manages to find Turtle. I think that was on the other side of the map, trying to, and look, Snail and Ali, they're pushing in. Loons actually takes down Snail, maybe pushing a little too far. Rudo does trade back onto Loons before Flex back onto Rudo. One onto Flex, the trade's going back and forth. And now it leaves one and Ali alone to clean up this mess. FaZe does take down one. Now Ali left alone in a 1v3. And he goes down to Thunder from the flank. PENTA cleaning that up.
Wow, great rotation back to the bomb site by PENTA. Good job not getting taken out there on the bomb site. That was a very fast push by CyberCore, and I'm very surprised that they didn't take that one out there. They just lost all their individual fights, so maybe we got our answer.
Yeah.
They can't outgun PENTA in just a random chaos push.
Yeah, so we might actually get to see finally what CyberCore can do differently against PENTA, because they didn't really get pushed before. All right, and we're moving into this second round of the second half. Snail, the only one to take damage so far on that CyberCore Blacklist side. And like our Brazilian friends told us, Thunder here on the A side with that sniper rifle is set up. We do see Rudu has picked up the sniper, so like you said, it's good to see him actually pick that up and not give it up straight away. It speaks that he's still confident that he can make it work. And we see FaZe trading some fire back and forth with one and Snail there. Snail going very low to that grenade. FaZe playing quite aggressive. It boosted up into this hole. This side hole, and he's going to back off after doing that damage, and I think that is a wise move. He's gotten a lot of information for his team there. And now we see one as well, taking quite a lot of damage. Rudo and Snail actually have traded out, so Snail's got the sniper now, and Rudo's got that rifle. That's quite interesting to me. It looks like, you know, they're investing there in Rudo, while Snail's just going to hold a line perhaps with that low health, so he can just get a pick easily with that one-shot kill rifle.
Maybe a bit of intelligent play there to do that switch. I feel like that's a very smart move on their end. The time is running out. It looks like they're going to go towards B again, their bread and butter.
Yeah, we see fire going back and forth in the middle area. Ali trying to push this, and Rudo, they're actually going through mid to B. Flex takes down Ali, and FaZe takes down Rudo. It was a bit messy there. It's all gone wrong. One going down as well. Turtle does manage to trade it out, but FaZe with the 2-kill. Now it's Turtle and Snail left alone. All the Penta players are so low. The shot's not quite accurate enough for CyberCore. We do see Thunder take down Snail. Now Turtle's left alone in 1v4. He does manage to take down Loons. He might still be able to do this. These players are quite low. His shots need to be on point. He's only got 10 seconds though. This is going to be very hard. He does take down Flex. He does take down Thunder. Huge double kill. Now the rate is super low. He just has to run away because if he gets away, Turtle's lost the round. And he does fight.
So
that was so close. That was on the. Oh my goodness. Very close there. From the CyberCore player, a huge effort trying to win, nearly winning that 1v4. Great kills, but just wasn't enough. Penta go up 6-5.
Very risky push by Rain there. You saw right at the end, he was right next to Turtle. That could have been cleaned up as a 1v4. That would have been very, very bad for Penta. But they came out with a win there, and now they're up 6-5.
Yeah, and we do see that double sniper setup that you mentioned of Thunder and FaZe. Switching it up a bit, Penta, keeping it fresh so that they can keep the edge on CyberCore. Because, you know, that last round's got to be playing on their mind a little bit. They were a little bit too slow to make that decision, and it ended up biting them in the end. Looks like we do have some aggression coming out onto the B side again with CyberCore throwing some grenades over, maybe just to fake out or make the Penta team question a little bit where the CyberCore are going to be coming from. Looks like we are going to see that push from CyberCore once again.
We see FaZe set up. He's going to hit someone very quickly, and he does take down one as soon as he pops out.
Yeah, and now it looks like it's the gunfight's gone in the favor of Penta, but CyberCore are pushing in here. They've actually got all 4 players in the site. FaZe does take down Ali while the flank comes in from behind. Rain is there as well. Rudo does take down Thunder. Rudo takes down Rain, and Turtle takes down FaZe. Turtle's left alone now in a 1v2 there, as Flex does trade out with Rudo. And he's so low right now, it's going to be very hard for him to win this fight. Oh, wow, I'm sorry, Snail is still alive. I didn't realize Snail's so low that he's actually still alive. So it's a 2v2, but the CyberCore players are incredibly low. This is going to be really hard for Penta to retake this, but they've definitely still got a chance. I'm not sure what CyberCore are doing. They're worried that Penta are just waiting for them, and they're going to rotate away. This might be a mistake. I'm not sure that they have the time to make this play. I mean, Penta are playing so close together. They're such high health. They really need to get the bomb down and get it ticking as quickly as possible. And there, it does go down. They're still worried about this flank, but the 2 Penta players are going to be coming from the CT, the defensive spawn. And this is going to be very tough for CyberCore to hold this. Turtle does take down Loons, though, and now it's a 2v1. Great shot by Turtle. Such a clutch player for CyberCore in this tournament. Flex now in a 1v2. His players are low, but Snail in the back. Teamwork. Perfectly played by CyberCore. I don't believe they managed to make that round work. We thought Snail was a ghost. He was dead to rights with the absolute minimum amount of health, and he still manages to make that 2v2 work.
Turtle, wonderful job of baiting there. The Penta player had seen where he was. He saw the shots come in. He knew where Turtle was hiding behind, but Snail came in at the perfect time to flank him. That was a great 2v1 closeout. And they were both extremely low.
Yeah, that's just insane. I can't believe they didn't get a shot on them. That was just how close that was. Perfectly played, though, by CyberCore, it has to be said. They evened it up 6-6, and that's got to give them some confidence going into this next round.
It really looked like that B push was going to fail at first. Like,
yeah.
PENTA held it out. They had the 3 men on the lower side of B. They had killed Ali trying to push over that wall, and really they looked like they were going to lock it down. Then all of a sudden, with that FaZe taking that first snipe and taking it out, it was a 5v3. But it went in CyberCore's favor as they're pushing in right now. We see Rain down in the bottom again with Flex.
Yeah, we see.
And Rain takes down Ali with a headshot.
Yeah, and looks like we got CyberCore pushing into the side again. Again, PENTA get this opening frag, but we've seen that doesn't necessarily matter for CyberCore. They're putting the bomb down, but no, Flex actually takes him down just as he finishes flying the bomb. Loons and Thunder leaping over, taking down Turtle. Snail's left alone now in a 1v4. There's no way he's going to get this. Yeah, he goes down to Loons. Great hold by PENTA, keeping it interesting. 7-6 now in PENTA's favor.
Absolutely beautiful hold right there by PENTA. That was a good rotation of players. They kept their cool on the bottom that time. They waited for them to jump down at them. I feel like CyberCore got a little over-aggressive by going over that wall. If PENTA's going to give up the high ground, I feel CyberCore should just put the bomb down and use the boxes up top and wait for PENTA to come to them.
Yeah, and it really speaks to PENTA's mental strength. You know, that they didn't get tilted by that 2v2 that they lost, that they probably should have won for all intents and purposes. They rotated away from B towards A, thinking that CyberCore would run there, and then that let them set up and get that round, even though they were so low. Like, really, that should have been PENTA's round when you think about it, how well they held it at the start. So the fact that they can bounce back and stay in this game with that shutdown from the aggression from CyberCore, very, very impressive to see. And we do see Thunder. He was playing around in mid there with that sniper rifle, but he goes back to A now that he's been tagged up. Snail getting tagged up as well, actually, from a grenade.
And we're touching on that a little bit with the mentality. They've had about 3 of those rounds now where they could say, wow, that really should have been in our favor, and this match would be over. Yeah,
that's very true. CyberCore, you know, I think both teams, they're lucky to get the scores that they have a little bit. I mean, they've made a lot of mistakes, a lot of small plays, and the other team has just failed to capitalize on those. And it's just come down to the wire, absolutely. We do see it looks like CyberCore are going to try for this mid play that just got absolutely shut down before, and Loons actually opens it up onto Snail. Great opening frag. Turtle does manage to trade back onto him, so it's still even. Maybe a little bit in favor of CyberCore, as Flex and Thunder are quite low, but the time is ticking away. It looks like they're going back to this B site once again, and we're going to see them go in here.
And Turtle is playing absolutely out of his mind. This guy is sitting on 8 kills already. And as we see the push coming into B here, we're going to see them down low. Flex with the pick on Ali, or pick on one. Ali with the return on Flex. FaZe taking down Rudo.
Yeah, and even once the dust is settled, still in PENTA's favor, even though they do have the lesser health. The bomb does go down, and they're going to push in now, taking the fight with Ali. Turtle FaZe with a double kill, lines them up. Threads them like a needle. That was beautiful from FaZe.
Beautiful teamwork right there from PENTA to hit all 3 at once and come in together. And FaZe just jumping up on the boxes while his other teammates are fighting them, cleaning them up in a row. Maybe a little bit of a mistake on CyberCore's part to be stacked up like that and allow themselves to be killed easily in a row.
Yeah, I think maybe CyberCore there just getting a little too close together and maybe just getting caught out, I mean, by PENTA. They waited just until the bomb had been planted, and then that was their cue. They're like, hey, when the bomb goes down, that's when we're going. And that was the perfect read, because it absolutely caught CyberCore off guard, because they were like, okay, the bomb's down, now we have to get into good positions. And that's when they pounced. PENTA perfectly playing that. Now they're up 8-6 on the more favored side of Port.
And we see CyberCore doing what they do best. They're pushing in B here. They're not going towards A. They're going to keep doing B. They feel confident they should have won some of these rounds. And really, they should have. And we'll see what they can do here as we get the push in. Flex and Rain again on the teamwork here. Flex goes down. Flex takes out Rudo. Snail answers back on Flex, so it's 4v4 right now.
Yeah, CyberCore taking a lot of damage moving into this bomb site. Turtle does take down Thunder elsewhere on the map, so it's back in CyberCore's favor just a little bit, but this could still go any which way. All the CyberCore players are so low, and they're actually rotating all the way back to A, because one of their members has managed to secure the A bomb site. He's calling to his team, come back to A, come back to A. They're all at B.
I believe that's Turtle. Yeah, that
Turtle
was Turtle
again.
Taking down, he was taking down Thunder over there, who was watching A.
Turtle.
Absolutely a maniac right now with a headshot onto Rain.
Turtle single-handedly pulling his team by the scruff of the neck back into this game, saying, come back to A. I've got 2 kills here. But it's not over yet. FaZe does answer back onto Snail, and now it's a 3-on-1. Although Turtle again takes down Loons, and he's going to get the 4K
Turtle
here.
is an absolute monster right now. He's sitting on 12 kills. He is single-handedly keeping CyberCore in this tournament right now. And as they're 1 win away from tying it up again, that looked very strong by Turtle. He not only picked off Thunder, he called his team to come back around. He brought everyone back to A. He cleaned up the last 2 kills. This guy is just playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah, we were singing Rudo's praises at the start of this tournament. Now we're singing Turtle. He's a young star. He's the youngest member of the team, if I'm not mistaken, and with the least experience. And he's showing that he makes really smart reads, and he can also get those frags when they matter. A great pickup for CyberCore, definitely, as they're slowly moving towards A, changing their tact a little bit. Thunder lining it up there on the A side with FaZe, so it's not going to be easy for CyberCore to get in here. It looks like they are going to rotate back towards the middle area and maybe feel out the rest of the map, weigh up their options, and I think this might be a mistake. What do you think they should do here, Legend?
I feel like Rudo needs to challenge Thunder here. If Rudo can win this fight against Thunder, which Turtle does take down Thunder from below. Rudo misses the shot, but Turtle cleans it up.
And they go, yeah, and a beautiful shot there by Turtle. I mean, 13 kills now. He's absolutely pulling CyberCore, kicking and screaming back into this game. He's like, it's not over yet, lads. Let's go. We do see Loons actually. He's picking up that sniper dropped from Thunder before trading back out to the rifle. And a great opening pick from Turtle. I like this play from CyberCore. They're not risking the chance of rushing onto that A side. They were a little bit hesitant, and they think, no, look, let's just go back to B. Now that their defense is weakened, it's going to slow down the rotates at least, and here we go into the B side once again. Rain taking some fire, but FaZe and Flex getting 2 kills, 3 kills between them. Ali does answer back before Rain closes it out, and now it's all up to Turtle, the Miracle Man. I don't think he can do this. But he does take down FaZe, a great start. He's quite low. He has done a lot of damage onto Flex, but no, he cannot get that round. Oh, so close from Turtle. A fair effort on that flank, but no, just not enough.
I really feel that CyberCore needs to step up with their other members right now. Turtle is single-handedly keeping them in this tournament, and as PENTA is now on match point, it needs to be on the other members to do something. Turtle came in as the backup. He's the guy that's supposed to be helping the team with these pushes, not being the star player. And sitting with 1 kill right now. This is not what he should be doing. This is the guy that should be carrying this team. He should be on 14. Ollie should be pushing and getting kills. Rudo's doing okay with 3 kills. But Snail is also, he's the leader. He should be picking one and Rudo up off the ground and telling Ollie where to go. And it feels like Turtle's the only one showing up right now.
Yeah, buddy, that is your name, not the number of kills that you should have. I mean, you can definitely do better than that. We've seen him do better than that, but not in this match. We do see them with just a little bit of pressure towards long A here, and it does look like they are going to move their way back. Rudo still, he's got that sniper, but he hasn't really managed to get much work done with it, and this round is all or nothing for CyberCore. If PENTA win this round, that is it. They're out. They're done. So yeah. This is now or never for Rudo, One, and Ali, these players that we were singing their praises, but and calling Turtle the unsung hero. But now, like we're singing non-stop. We're singing the Turtle song. I mean, singing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a little bit. Turtle's just absolutely killing it. I'm loving everything that he's doing.
This is the 3rd match he showed up. This guy has been incredible this tournament, and honestly, I feel bad for him because he's brought into this team that got 2nd place last year, and now they're on match point against a PENTA esports team that has given away so many rounds. It's been so sloppy that PENTA should have closed this match out a long time ago.
And we actually see Rain there going down. Rudo trying to get that opening pick onto the B bomb site, but it wasn't able. He actually gets shut down by Rain, you know, a player that we haven't even really seen that much of in this game. And Turtle does manage to open it up onto Thunder, still trying to still kicking and screaming, trying to keep his team in this. Flex does manage to take down Snail and Loons onto Turtle. The Miracle Man is dead. Ali just runs in and kills Rain. One takes down FaZe, and Flex does manage to take down Ali, so it's all up to one now, and he goes down to Loons. Now the Diffuser is going to come out, and that's the match for Penta.
That's it. CyberCore is out. Penta Esports moves on to the semifinals. And that means with INTZ's win over Modder and Penta's win over CyberCore, we have no remaining finalists from last year's 2014 CFS finals. That's incredible.
Yeah.